Hello, welcome back to the Cracked Mug. I have a question for you. Do you like chocolate? If it's yes, like me, you are going to die for these double chocolate fudgy cookies. I swear, the inside is just soft, gooey, melty. So many words to describe this cookie. But once you try it, you'll understand why I am tongue-tied. They are indescribable. Simply sheer pleasure. So I think you should make them if you like chocolate cookies. I promise you, if you make it once, you'll be going back to do it again, and your friends will be asking you to do it too, like someone did to me today. All right, let's get in that kitchen. Here are your ingredients for these wonderful double chocolate fudge-like cookies. Here I have 284 grams, about 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and 43 grams, that's a half a cup of cocoa powder. Dutch process if you can get it, but regular unsweetened cocoa powder is absolutely fine. Here I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a half a teaspoon of salt. 4 eggs, preferably at room temperature. I have 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and I have 2 teaspoons of, you can use instant coffee powder or espresso powder. And the star of the show. Here I have a total of 454 grams of semi-sweet chocolate, which is 16 ounces, so a full pound. Semi-sweet dark chocolate is the best for this. I've separated, I've held back about 5 ounces here, because I want to push that into the top of the cookies before I put them in the oven. The rest of this is going into the cookie batter mix. All right, sugars. I have 2 sugars here. I have a light brown packed sugar, and that's 312 grams, 1.5 cups. And I have 106 grams, half a cup of granulated sugar. The butter is softened at room temperature, and I have 10 tablespoons, which is equivalent to 142 grams of unsalted butter. So we're just going to sift our flour into a bowl. We're also going to sift our cocoa powder, because it can have lumps, our baking powder, our salt. Just a quick whisk to combine these guys. Lovely. Set this aside. Here I'm going to lightly whisk my eggs with a fork. That's enough. We need to add our vanilla. Little whisk. That's enough. And over that, we're just going to sprinkle our instant coffee or espresso powder. It will dissolve by itself. Just set this aside. Okay, we need to melt this chocolate because I'm eating it. We can do this in a glass bowl over barely simmering water, called a double boiler, or we can use the microwave. Half power in the microwave for 2 minutes, and then stir it. If it's still not melted properly, put it in at 30-second intervals. But then, like when you take it out, stir it every time. You can use a handheld mixer for this. I'm using this guy. We are just going to add the butter to the bowl and give it a quick beating for about 10 seconds. Now let's add our sugars all at once. We're going to mix this for about 45-50 seconds. When you're done, it's going to look very grainy because of the granular sugar. No worries, 45 seconds. And as you can see, it looks like sand, wet sand. Our egg mixture is next, and as you see, the instant coffee had dissolved. Just give that a little bit of a mix. We're going to add it slowly at low speed. It should take about 45 seconds to get this into the mixture. Once again, clean down your bowl. The sugar will be stuck to it. And pay close attention to the bottom of your bowl. You'll feel the sugar stuck to it down there. With 10 more seconds. At low speed, we are going to add our dry ingredients. Take your time with this, but we don't want to overmix it either. Clean down your bowl. Might still be flour on the side, and there is. Check the bottom. Oh, this smells so good. 5 seconds, low speed. At low speed, I'm going to drizzle in the melted chocolate. It should take about 30 to 40 seconds. Right, clean down your beater. We're actually going to cover this bowl and leave it sit out on the counter for about 30 minutes until this becomes even more fudge-like. It is very thick already. Absolutely gorgeous. 30 minutes on the counter. In the meantime, I'm going to take care of that bowl that the chocolate was melted in. Peanut, you understand. It has been 30 minutes and this is set up beautiful and thick. Look at that. It's not going anywhere. So I have lined a baking tray or cookie tray with parchment paper. You could use a silt pad if you have that. We're going to scoop this out. If you have an ice cream measure like 1 3/4 inches, you can use that, or tablespoons. I'm using a 1/4 cup measure. And I'm going to put about 8 on this one cookie sheet. If you have a couple of cookie sheets, go ahead and do that. But remember to rotate the cookies about halfway through baking. So we're going to push a few little squares of chocolate into the very top of these and giving each one 2 squares. Try not to flatten your cookies. Cookies done. And finally, we're going to add one more little thing. Salt. I'm using flake salt. You can omit the salt completely, but chocolate and salt go so well together. I'm just putting, you can use a kosher salt too, but just a little sprinkle on top of each cookie. These go into the oven at the temperature on your screen for 10 minutes. We're going to rotate them after 5 minutes. We're going to cook them until the edges are just beginning to set and the center will still be quite runny. We do not want to overcook these. I'm going to pull them out in exactly 10 minutes and show you what they look like. Whew. It has been exactly 10 minutes, so let me show you these. They look amazing. They are thick. When I touch the outside, it's just a tiny bit firm. It's holding together. And the center is very soft. That's it, no more, 10 minutes exactly. We leave them on the tray for 10 minutes. So it's been exactly 10 minutes that they've been resting on the pan, on the tray. We're going to fly them out of the pan, trying not to break them. You can continue cooling on a wire rack. Let me just pick up one of these for you. Oh my goodness. I picked that up too soon, but look at that. Is there anything so sexy as chocolate? Oh my God. So I'm going to have to wait 10 more minutes before breaking into these. But I'll put them on a wire rack. Dangerous. All right, I can't lie to you. This is not my first cookie today. Normally I try and wait to taste something with you so you can get an honest reaction. But today, no. Today I picked one up, it was warm, and I broke it in half like that. I couldn't put it down. I mean, what reasonable person would expect me to put that down and not eat it? I'm weak. I did. It was delicious. Oh my God. So I'm being a real trooper here, a hero, by having another. I use a fork and pretend to be polite, which I did not do today. Tiniest crunch on the outside. Inside, just perfect fudge-like center. The pieces of chocolate in it, even after all this time, are still soft. And the touch of salt on top cuts through the sweetness of this cookie. It's absolutely brilliant. So please make it. Let me know how you get along. And well, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Bye.